Let's get it going.
I feel like this looks like a pretty good spread.
Good morning, it's Monday, another start into the vlog. It's currently 7:30 a.m. and it's September 1st. Where did August go? It's crazy. I decided this day it's calling for pancakes. It's 7:30 and so that's what I'm doing. Good morning, it's 7:15 a.m. I am out and about on my morning walk. It's the time where I normally go for a run, but I'm still taking care of my foot and let it rest and heal. So I decided I will go for a walk so that my body can stay in the process of leaving the bed early, especially now it's a bit colder and darker when I'm leaving. If you have watched my vlog from last week, you know that I took it slow and didn't go to a lot of the workout classes last week because so that my foot can heal, and it definitely paid off. Last night, because of Labor Day, the gym was closed. I asked my husband if he can go play pickleball, and we just went out for half an hour. It was not about the playing itself, it was more about how is my foot feeling on the court. And so we played just 1v1, so it was not hard. A lot of serves, rallying and all of that, and it felt really good. We played for half an hour. I did go left, right, back, forth, and my foot hold up. I had the bandage, something around it so that it's hold it better together, and that was a really good idea. So it worked pretty well, and I'm really glad because it means my foot is getting better, the injury is healing. Also, it's crazy how you feel how you know that the summer is over. When I walked to the park, so many cars drove past. It is the same time as I went for runs during the summer, so there was never that much traffic. Also, I saw a school bus, and school buses always make me smile. It might seem weird, but hear me out. We don't have school buses in Germany. If you're taking the bus to school, you're taking the classic normal public transport, the random bus. And the US yellow school buses is as if I step into a movie scene, because that's the only way, all the Disney movies and all of them where you see the school buses. So still seeing school buses is I'm stepping into a movie scene. So it always makes me smile, makes me remind me of those times, watching those movies, the feelings you get when watching them. It might seem weird, but because we don't have them, this is the feeling. Okay, where do I want to go now? I don't know. I just picked up the book, The River Has Roots, for the Sustainability Book Club. I decided last minute to join in 2 weeks or so. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm big into reading, and also not just big into reading. My TBR list is you must say it, 200 books long or something. I had years where I read way over 200 books per year, so I don't mind that. But I'm trying to get a dent into it, to read a lot of these, because the TBR is not just the books I own, but also books I want to read. And now I don't even know if I put this book on it, but I wanted to join the sustainability book club because I was looking into the book clubs from the library. This book club sounds cool because they are not just sitting inside at a room, but they are going outside into the nature and having the book club while they're outside. And what's pretty cool is that our library here, who does these book clubs, has book club kits to go. So if you're signing up for a book club, you have the option to choose that one of these books is reserved for you and you can pick it up. I'm huge into reading, as I said, and this morning I finished up the audiobook from Matthew Perry, and I just started the audiobook The Body Keeps a Score. I never really was into audiobooks, and that changed this year. But I'm not up to date to my podcast anymore because now I'm listening audiobooks all the time, which is fine because it also helps me to stay away from my phone all the time. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's close to 10 and I'm leaving now to pick up a friend, and then we are driving up to Indianapolis. I'm excited. We will go to Trader Joe's because we don't have it here and we miss it. We will go to a museum and we will pick up stuff from Facebook Marketplace. That's a goal for today. I just arrived back home from our trip to Indianapolis and it was really fun. It was a long trip, it was fun. And I was unpacking and my husband called me. He's playing pickleball right now and I was like, do you maybe want to come for a while? Because we're only 3 people and we would like to have a 4th. So, changing now and going pickleball. Good thing that we tried out on Monday how my foot is going. I'm reading through this cookbook right now. I learn a lot about ingredients, and then there's so many good recipes in there. Wie gut das aussieht. Und die sehen hübsch aus. It's 8:30 p.m. and I'm spending another day, another evening on our screen porch. I freaking love this place. It's always a mix between reading and catching up on YouTube. Today I'm catching up on YouTube because I read a lot this morning. Apparently NFL is starting tonight, and that's why my husband is hoarding the TV. He also said that I shouldn't expect him to come early to bed because he has to train to stay up late again because of the NFL season. So I don't even know if I have vlogged anything today. I think it was just our dinner, which I'm pretty proud of. I really love that we finally have a table where we sit at. In our old place in Minnesota, we just were sitting at the kitchen table and I was just missing it to sit properly at a table. I'm so in love that we do it here, that we cook together and then enjoy our meals. Good morning. It's Friday, 8:50, so nearly 9. Because I expected to paint the wall today, I was hoping for it, and the color did not arrive. I have a free day, which I would call like a catch-up day. I have some stuff I wanted to do this week, but I haven't done yet. And the first one up is I'm going to the gym for the next hours. So I want to try the one new workout class, and I want to go swimming and some stuff. So that's what I'm up to. And I just made myself a bagel. I know everyone is happy with the Einstein bagels here, but they are too dense for me. And I love the bagels from Trader Joe's. I did not know that they have rasa crisp bread in the US.
Bacterium. Out of the trillions of bacteria.
Tonight we are going to a movie in the park situation. I think we're watching Wicked. And so I decided to make some snacks ready. And it will be kind of like a charcuterie board-ish thing. I have no clue how it works. And because no movie without popcorn, we love this kettle corn from Trader Joe's, and I got two bags on Wednesday, so one is coming tonight with us. For cheese, I got some Jarlsberg and some Gouda. So for all of the veggies, I'm making homemade hummus. So I just put it all in here, closing the lid. And now we'll turn it on, it will be loud. Can be loud, but I don't want to. I just finished prepping our dinner, our charcuterie board. So we're having a bunch of veggies, 2 donuts, cheese, dill pickles, olives, some crackers, popcorn, homemade hummus, and then I will drink this kombucha and also our water bottles, and of course cutlery and napkins, and then only missing is whatever my husband wants to drink. I feel like this looks like a pretty good spread. Last minute focaccia, yeah. The first time we had Girl Scouts at the door. I mean, I always saw the cookies, but today they had popcorn and we bought a bag. Leftovers from yesterday. As expected, we had too much food and my husband has a similar plate. Good morning, or lunchtime. It's Saturday, 12 p.m. I slept in, or we slept in, then I read my book and finished it. I think it's a third book this week I finished-ish. Yeah, I'm reading a lot. Last night was just fun with the Wicked sing-along. It was really cool. But it was late. Somehow it was planned till 11, but my husband told me it's till 10, so we were out longer than expected. Now I just came down so that we can have lunch. While I came down, the doorbell rang and the Girl Scouts were here. They were so cute. It was really nice. It was the first time that we Girl Scout was on our door. And then at the same time, delivery people came and delivered a mattress here. And we're like, that's not ours. It was from the previous owners. Luckily, they didn't move too far away from us. So we took it here and then they can pick it up from us. It's Saturday, nearly 6. And the only other thing I did after lunch is research for all the home improvement projects which are going on. I researched a lot for the word I bought and or made a list which what I have to get and already what we have here. Then what else did I do? Oh, so we have plants which need to get repotted. So I'm research that. Now I just have to figure out which pot sizes we need and then go through Facebook Marketplace. I just got the brackets. We already have these, which are going up in the kitchen with boards. So I also need wood for that, but I need to take the measurements. That's not all, but I'm just trying to make a huge list so I can go to, I'll just make a huge list so I can go like once to the store next week and get like everything at once. It will be a huge trip with a lot of stuff. We already have some of it, so that's good. And then also, obviously also through Facebook Marketplace. Or maybe I'm going to the store tomorrow. By the way, this is pretty cool. I mean, it has a price point of 50 bucks, but this is like a reusable one, paint tray, which the name fits perfectly. But you can just like wash it out and then reuse it and it will be clean. And also like if you have paint in there, you can put the lid on there and the paint will still be good. So that's pretty cool. So this is part of our plant chaos. And what I do is I measure the pots. Good morning, it's Sunday, 10 a.m. And I just took my list and I will go to the hardware store to buy all the stuff. During my planning period yesterday, I looked at our budget, I wrote them down and then wrote everything which I will buy, so I know that it works with our budget. Let's get it going. No clue where I have to go, but we'll figure that out. First round, check. Got some horses to work with. I couldn't find other ones, so, and small stuff like sanding paper, painter's tape, stuff like that, and also a fire extinguisher. I'm the one in our household who's the whole time like, hey, we need to be safe and need to be sure, so this one goes into the kitchen. But we also have, for example, like a first aid kit in our car, and also, I don't know the name for it, but these triangles when you have an accident that you put out there, and somewhere like, yeah, we also have safety jackets and all of that. However, that's the first round. Oh, and paper for the floor when I'm starting to paint, and I'm getting the second round and get the wood for the shelves. Let's search for the correct word. The moment my father will see and hear that I was in the hardware store again and do all the projects in our house, he will be like, excuse me, madam, couldn't you have done that at home too? Because I grew up in a house we renovated since I was a baby. We moved in that house 6 weeks after I was born, and we renovated that and they renovated that. And I wasn't really the kid who wanted to help on everything, but I did grew up around the tools and everything, so I'm confident enough to do stuff. The thing I've met from this from Germany is Katja's. This looks exactly like my favorite ones from Katja, and they're vegan, which Katja's are, and also they're part of Germany, where Katja's comes from. All the holes are filled. Now I'm waiting that it dries before I can sand it again. For our shelving, these are the brackets we already have, and we used them in Minneapolis in our old apartment before, so we want to use them again. Last time, however, I had to sand a bit of a corner in here so they fit, and I hope that I did it this time better, that I took measurements and it fits. Okay, that's pretty awesome, because that means I can just sand it so that corners here are not like this but more smooth, and then I will finish it. While I'm waiting that it dries, a taste test. I said before, they look exactly like the German Katjes, and I'm excited. And they are vegan, and they look exactly. Well, these are not the German Katjas. That is a good copycat, but love them. These were old bed linens, and now I will use them in the garage for all of my projects and for cleaning our bikes. Every time a t-shirt or bed linens or everything left the house and was done and was wearing, the first thing what happened was that my dad was like, oh, is it cotton? So, and this is 100% cotton, and this was the best thing in the garage, because you can just like cut it into small pieces, which I will do now because I need some of it for the project. And then they will just end up as rags I can use for staining the wood or cleaning the bikes or whatever other stuff I want to use it for. My dad would be proud of me that apparently I learned something from him. I honestly have no clue how many books I read this week. What I know is that it were a few too many. I said it before, I'm a huge reader, but I also notice that I read even more when I'm struggling. It's my way of sticking my head into the sand. While I was sanding and prepping the tabletop this weekend, I realized it might be because I have a hard time to adjust to not working. For some context, I've been freelancing and running my own business for a few years now, and I love it. It's the best decision I ever made. So right now, not being allowed to work feels tough. I knew that I wasn't allowed to work this fall, so I did kind of had time to prepare. Like I prepared my business, but apparently I did not prepare myself for it. Not really. It's frustrating right now because my head is full with ideas, with motivation, and opportunities keep popping up in my inbox, and I can't do anything about them. So instead of diving into projects, I'm diving into books. And that has to change. We just wrapped up week 6 of a 12-week year, which means we are halfway through. So it's time to get serious on these goals. And again, this week, I did a lot of other goals as well. So I changed my goals a bit up in week 5. So week 6 felt a bit messy. Till week 6, I kind of like had a structure of my week I was using. But because I changed a bit of these goals, I changed a bit of the structure so that it fits together. I hadn't a structure like embedded in myself. So I had to check regularly like, oh, what's next? Or like, how did I plan the next day? And because of that, I forgot that, and then I did other things and I didn't came back to it. So because of that, this week felt messy. It's okay because I definitely will adjust as always. That is the thing what I like on the 12-week years, because I can just adjust and change how it works and still make progress to reach my goals. What definitely worked this week is I worked out 5 days. Pretty proud of myself. However, I only stretched during yoga and at the end of the group workout classes when the instructors make us stretch. That wasn't as I wanted to have. So I need to be better there. I want to be better there because I already noticed that the stretching is doing good for me. I mean, who would have thought that? Getting back into it, which means I have to stretch today. I also tried a new workout class, which was step aerobic. Let's just say stamina, yes. Coordination, not so much. Between the music, sometimes translating things in my head because of the music I don't understood the teacher correctly. And moving arms and legs on the same time, my brain was at max capacity. And when I am at those moments, I'm questioning myself. Why do I do these classes? Yeah, it's not my favorite kind of workout, but I also know it helps me to push and get out of my comfort zone. So I'm okay, and it feels good afterwards. But I do question myself all the time for it. We did try some new recipes here at home. Mostly my husband tried our new recipes. I tried one, which was the artichokes. In the end, it was cooking the artichokes and eat it with oil and salt. I liked it. It was not perfect yet because it was the first time ever I made artichokes and I had no clue what I'm doing. My husband did not like it, but at least it was for something good because I didn't know that my husband does not like artichokes at all. So for the future, I'm eating artichokes and he has to eat something else. My water intake was fine. My goal is around 2 liters per day, which is around 3 times this hydro flask. Some days I hit it, others not. So overall I'm good. I have a hard time drinking a lot of water. I do drink when we eat. I drink tea, but I have no clue how much it really is. But I do know that on some days it's like way too less and I have to drink more. Yes, so water is hard for me. For my second goal, the home improvement, I did make progress. I bought a walnut wood slab in Indianapolis and started building the console table. We also ordered the legs for it, so hopefully they arrive in the coming week and we can put it together, which would mean that the project is done, so that would be pretty cool. A contractor even tried to stop by, but because I don't have my emails on my phone anymore, and they emailed me instead of calling me, I always saw it too late, so it didn't work out. But at least we are on the radar, and they did not forget about us, so that's good. I also picked up a lot of supplies on my trip to the hardware store on Sunday for the console table, which I started that day, the same day, for our kitchen shelves, and also for painting the accent wall. Once I paint a race, I'm ready to go. Goal number 3, photo books. Yeah, the squirrels out there are pretty interesting, because did I make progress? Nope. No progress again, still avoiding them, and still questioning why. My hobbies on the other side are going okay-ish. This piano saw me twice this week instead of 4 times. Swedish saw me once, but instead for 30 minutes. My book saw me for 90 minutes. I also published my YouTube video, which you hopefully watched. And I started my passion project again. Not the full 3 hours I planned, but a start. They are so cute, the birds. Aww, right in front of my window. Gosh. I love to live more in the nature and not in the big city anymore. So overall, I did make progress, just not as much as I would like. With the 12 weeks already halfway done, I really need to step it up now. What does it mean? The coming week, I need to go back into the stretching because it feels good and I just have to do it. When we sat on the couch, when I was reading a book on the patio, I just felt like stretching. And I want to get out of the circle like I'm only stretching when it's hurting. So I need to go back and stretch even though I may be not in the mood for stretching. As I said, we ordered some things for the home improvement. So the table legs, so hopefully they arrive this week and I can finish the table project. I do have to go back to the hardware store, probably the week after, because I ordered stuff there and that will be arriving then, and I need to pick other things off. Hopefully the paint is arriving this coming week, which would be amazing because I can start painting and hopefully also finish it. But if it arrives, it will be more likely finish at the beginning of the week after, just because of dry time. And I think the big thing is I have to dial back on reading. And with that, see you again next week. Tschüss!